The material and content covered in this video is an abbreviated version of the procedures covered in the machine's maintenance manual. Installing flail chains requires the coordination of two people. One person remains on the outside of the flail housing and works the flail rod into the flail drum. The other person is positioned inside the flail chamber to install the chains onto the flail rod. The tools you will need for changing the flails include the flail chains, the flail rod plug, and the flail rod tool, an impact wrench with a 3/4 inch socket, a 3/4 inch wrench, and a lockout tagout device. Use only flail chains that are approved by Peterson. The machine must be set up for installing the chains. Retract the bark mover to allow enough room for a person to climb in the flail drum chamber. Clean out all wood and debris from the bark mover area. When replacing the chains on the upper flails, raise the flail housing and insert the safety pins. Before entering the machine to perform maintenance or service of any kind, make sure the machine is shut down and locked out according to the lockout tagout procedures described in the Working Safely chapter of the machine's manual. Open the door on the upper flail housing. Use the impact wrench with socket and wrench to remove the locking bolts. From here, one person can climb down into the flail chamber. Insert the flail rod in the hole in the end of the flail drum. Install it up to the beginning of the first chain hole in the drum. Insert a link of flail chain far enough into the drum chain holes for the flail rod to pass through the end link. Move the flail rod slowly while listening for the person who is hanging chains to give directions.
In, push down on the rod, okay, in.
Install one chain in the drum's circular holes and two chains in the drum's larger oblong holes. Move the flail rod to the next hole and repeat the steps for inserting the chains. Tug firmly on each chain, checking to see that it is secure. Screw the flail rod tool into the end of the flail rod. Use the tool to reach the last chain inserts in the drum. When all the chains are installed for that rod, unscrew the tool from the rod and replace the flail rod plug. Use the flail rod tool or a 1/2 inch square end wrench drive to install the flail plug. For complete detailed descriptions and procedures, refer to the Operator Safety and Maintenance Manual shipped with your machine. And remember, safety first.